Hello all, welcome to Learning Mathematics. Today we'll be discussing on HCF, highest common factor.
So here in this session, we'll take you through certain tips and tricks for identifying HCF easily. Actually, I'm not very comfortable with tips and tricks and deviating from actual process rather than following. There are numerous number of processes and methods and techniques available to identify HCF. But as this is a part of our agenda, so we'll discuss the tips and tricks, but it's always better to stick to your basics and legacy process. Okay, let me write it down for you. Okay, the first tips and tricks will be, let us first randomly pick up some numbers for which we have been asked to identify HCF. Let us say 7 is one of the number, and then 49 is another number, and then 105 is another number. So the first thing that we'll do, we'll identify the smaller one of all the numbers for all the participating numbers for which we will be identifying HCF. So out of 7, 49 and 105, 7 is the smaller number. Now what we'll do, we'll try to divide rest of the numbers by the smaller numbers, and we'll see whether it is divisible or not. So if you can see, 49 can be easily divided by 7. What about 105? Yes, it is also divisible because 7 is a factor of 105. So if we divide 105 by 7, we'll get the quotient as 7 ones are 7, 35, 7, 5, 15, 7. So 15 is the quotient, and using 15 it is completely divisible. So 7 becomes my HCF here. So you can directly write HCF equal to 7 for 7, 49 and 105. Let us go through the second tricks for identifying HCF. Again, we'll pick up some random numbers. Let us take 12, 48, 76, yes, and 100. Now again we'll identify the smaller one because we'll try to divide rest of the numbers using that smaller number. Out of here 12, 48, 76 and 100, 12 is the smaller one. But 12, rest of the numbers, we'll see whether it is divisible by 12 or not. No, it is not, because 48 is divisible whereas 78 is not, and 100 is also not divisible. So what we'll do, we'll find out the factors of 12. Now it is pretty easy and straightforward, so we can easily do that using prime factorization method. But as it is a very small number, we'll directly write it down for you. So 12 is divisible by 1, it is also divisible by 2, it is divisible by 3, it is divisible by 4 as well, it is divisible by 6, it is divisible by 12. So out of all these factors, rest 3 numbers we'll work upon one by one. So we'll start with the big one, and then we'll move towards the smaller number, the smaller factors of the first smallest participating numbers for which we are identifying HCF. So we'll see 12. So yes, we have already seen 76 is not divisible by 12, 100 is not divisible by 12. We'll pick up 6 as a number, and we'll check whether rest of the numbers is divisible by 6 or not. So 48, is it divisible by 6? Yes, 6 8 is 48. What about 76? No, 76 cannot be divided. Even 100 can also not be divided using 6. So we'll move to the next smaller factor, which is 4 in our case. So we'll see whether the rest of the numbers are divisible by 4 or not. 48 is easily divisible, 12, and 76 is divisible. Let us see. If we divide 76 by 4, we get 4 ones are 4 and 36, 4 nines are 36, so 19. Can we divide 100 by 4? Yes, we can always. 25 is the quotient when you divide 100 by 4. So 4, using 4 we can divide 48, 76 and 100, and we have already seen 4 is a factor of 12. So 12 is also divisible by 4. So 4 becomes our HCF here, because we know the common factor by which all the numbers are divisible. We call it as an HCF. Let us see our third example. Again, we'll pick up some sample random numbers for you. Let us take 1000, and then 1500 and then 2000. When you have got these numbers where you have got common following zeros, the first steps we will do, we'll strike out those zeros. So here you have got 2 zeros everywhere. We'll strike out 2 zeros everywhere, and now we are left out with 10, 15 and 20. So we'll again pick up the small number using 10 and we'll try to divide rest of the numbers. 15 is not divisible by 10. What is the next step? What we will do, we'll find out the factors, prime factors for 10. So the factors, it is pretty easy, so I'll just straightforward write it down here for you. 1, 2, 5 and 10. So 10 we will already cross it out, because using 10 we cannot divide 15. Can we use 5 to divide rest of the numbers, and can we comfortably say that 5 is a factor for 15 and 20? Yes, 15 is completely divisible by 5, we'll get 3, and 20 is completely divisible by 5, so we'll get 4 here as a quotient. So our HCF will be 5. So hold on, this 5 is the HCF of 10, 15 and 20, but this is not our actual participating numbers. Our actual participating numbers is 1000, 1500 and 2000. So we have striked out 2 zeros which you need to add it back here. So 500 becomes your HCF for 1000, 1500 and 2000. Okay, so this is another tips and tricks for HCF. And is there any other tips left out? Yes, there is one more, which is the last one. Again, what we'll do, we'll pick up some random numbers for which we'll be identifying HCF. Let us take some complex random numbers for you. Let us take 660 and then 924 and then 1188. Okay, so again what we will do as a normal practice, we will pick up the smaller one out of all participating numbers. Here 660 is the smaller one, and we'll do a prime factorization method by top down division of this smaller number. So it is divisible by 2 and we'll get 330. And is it been divisible by any other prime factor? Yes, because we have got it is a even number, so it will again be divisible by 2, and here we'll get 165 as your quotient. So 165, can it be divided by any other prime number? It cannot be divided by 2, but it can be divided by 3, because if you see 6 plus 1 7 plus 5 12, 12 is divisible by 3. So if I divide by 3, we will get the quotient as 55, and then it is again divisible by 5, we will get 11, which is a prime number. And as you know, in a prime factorization method, we will continue this division process till the time we get a prime number as our quotient. So here 11 is the prime number which cannot be further divided. So we'll stop our steps here. So now we'll write down the HCF as, first we'll just note all the numbers: 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 11. Now you see, out of all these numbers we can safely strike out 5, because 924 is not divisible by 5, and even 1188 is not divisible, because we can only divide any numbers by 5 if you have got in the last digit 0 or 5, otherwise it is not divisible. Now, is 924 is divisible by 4? Yes, it is divisible by 4, and once we divide 924 by 4, we get, let us do that for you, we get 4 2s are 8, 12, 4 3s are 12 and 231. So we get 231. And 1188 is divisible by 4. Yes, 1188 is also divisible by 4, and we get 8. If you want to identify the quotient, it will be 4 2s are 8 and 38, 4 9s are 36 and 28, so 297 will be the quotient. So it is divisible by 4. So we'll just check whether 924 and 1188 is divisible by 3 or not. 9 plus 6, 15 is divisible by 3. 8 plus 8 16, 17 18 is divisible by 3. So 3 will also remain because these two numbers are divisible by 3. What about 11? We'll just check whether 924 is divisible by 11 or not. So 11 8s are 88 and then 4 44 84. So 924 is divisible. What about 1188? 11 1s 11 0 8. So it is also divisible without leaving any remainder. So 11 is a factor of 1188. 11 is also a factor of 924. So 5 is not possible. So this is our HCF. So you can easily multiply. Take a pause and please find out the HCF for 660, 924 and 1188. Anyway, I'll do that for you, but please don't look at the answer. You please do it by yourself. So 11 3s are 33. 33 into 4. So 132 will be your HCF for 660, 924 and 1188.
We have distributed all HCF related discussion in 5 different parts. Each and individual part will take you through different technique and processes for solving HCF related examples. This will facilitate you to complete your overall idea on understanding HCF and its different technique with examples. So my request will be to you is to browse all parts so that we'll be able to achieve our target of understanding the concept of HCF.